And we are back. Uh, with predictions. Uh, I don't think I've done any of those so far. May have done one, but anyway, we have preseason week 2 technically, but I'm gonna call it week 1 predictions. Uh, Starting off, we have Thursday 7 p.m. as you can see. By the way, I'm gonna be recording it like this for the first 2 episodes. The reason is Man 23 comes out 19th, and there's still another Thursday, I believe. Yes, there is. There's still one more Thursday. So yeah, Thursday 7 p.m. we have the Giants and the Patriots. I'm gonna keep this pretty self-explanatory. I'm actually gonna pick the Patriots, even though it's just preseason, so many of the proven starters will not be out there, and they won't be out there probably past the first drive or so. I think the Patriots all around just have better depth, have a better coach, so even if they have a roster of bad players, to make it work. Next, we have 7:30 p.m. We have the Tennessee Titans at the Baltimore Ravens. I'm gonna pick the Ravens. I'm gonna keep this one self-explanatory. I'm also not gonna go into much detail because this is preseason. I can't talk about how good of a game starters having and stuff. Uh, the reason I'm picking the Ravens, uh, I don't know if you've heard, but they've won 20 straight preseason games. That's a lot. And for that reason, I'm going to pick the Ravens. I don't think they're going to lose this time either. Next game, we're heading to Friday. We have 6 p.m. We have the Falcons at the Lions. Now, these are two teams that, finished low last season, weren't the greatest teams. And kind of see how they do now. I think the Lions are going to win this game. I feel like the Lions have turned into a better team over the Falcons. Especially with the Falcons getting rid of a lot of players. Obviously, there's going to be probably a slight QB competition if I had to take a guess between Desmond Ridder and Marcus Mariota. So that could play some effect into it, but with that QB controversy, I think the Lions with Jared Goff, their proven starter, is going to, lead them to the win. Next at 7 p.m. tomorrow, we have the Browns and the Jaguars. I actually have the Browns winning this game. The reason is I only have two teams to reference off of. That's the Jaguars and the Raiders from the Hall of Fame game this season. And from what I saw, the Jaguars looked horrible. They did not look like a team that wanted, to be that good. And the Ravens played majority of the backups. The only real starter I saw out there consistently that I was like, okay, that is a high tier starter. It's Josh Jacobs. And of course, Josh Jacobs played very well. I'm going to take the Jaguars to lose because I just don't trust the Jaguars. Next, we have the Jets and the Eagles. Both of these teams obviously very improving. Major offseason moves. And unfortunately, we just found out that Mekhi Becton probably out for the whole season. Sucks. But I don't know if you see my Twitter, but I made a bold prediction saying he's going to be like Tyron Smith. If you don't know, the Cowboys tackle, who is very great. He's one of the best tackles in the league, probably top 5. I'm not going to rank right now. The issue is he gets injured pretty consistently. I feel like that's what Mekhi Becton could be. I'm also, speaking of Mekhi Becton, going to pick the Jets. Obviously, with the Eagles, they're probably not going to play Jalen Hurts too much. They also have Gardner Minshew, which, if I have to be honest, I don't know who I'd take out of Minshew or Zach Wilson at the moment. But I feel like Zach Wilson, he's going to have a lot to prove, especially with the kind of controversy. Oh, Joe Flacco might be taking the starting job. Come on now. If Joe actually takes the job, it can make no sense. But, yeah, I think the Jets, I think they're going to win this one. Next, at 7:30, the Jets and Eagles were also 7:30. We have the Cardinals and the Bengals. I feel like this has potential to be a very good game. You look and see nothing really. The quarterbacks aren't going to play. The receivers probably aren't going to play. Yeah, it's not very special. But I'm just going to pick the Bengals. Next, at 8:30 p.m., we have the best team in the league, the Green Bay Packers, going up against the San Francisco 49ers. And hopefully the 49ers can beat us. And if they beat us, if that means, we beat them in the playoffs, I'd really like that. The main thing I'm taking note of in this game is Trey Lance and Jordan Love. That is going to be huge in terms of, quarterbacks. Trey Lance, he's going to be the starter more than likely unless they make a last-second ditch and go back to Jimmy G, or Trey Lance gets a season-ending injury. Jordan Love, from what I've been hearing, they say he's looking very good now. And also, I'm excited to see how the Packers receivers play. I'm going to take the 49ers, though. Next, we move on to Saturday at 1 p.m. We have the Panthers and the Commanders. This is not going to be an eventful game, even if it's backups. It's going to be worse than expected for even a preseason game. I think the Panthers are going to win. I feel like apparently both Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold are going to play. And I don't know why, but, I feel like P.J. Walker deserves his equal chance too in that rotation. Oh well. I feel like I was saying with, what team was it? There was one team I was talking about with a QB rotation. I think it was the Falcons. Anyway. I feel like the Panthers actually are going to do better. I feel like the Panthers have the all-around better team. Unless it's that Washington defense can play good. Yeah. Still, 1 o'clock, we have the Chiefs and the Bears. I'm going to take the Chiefs in this game. I'm just going to keep it pretty self-explanatory. I feel like there's a chance the Chiefs' backups could beat the Bears starters. The Bears are that bad. Especially with the potential Roquan trade. Next we head to 4 p.m. This is probably the preseason game I am most excited for. We have the Colts and the Bills. What I'm excited to see is how the Bills play without Josh Allen. And it's nothing against Josh Allen. It's just the way he plays, it's easier for him to, sustain a leg injury. Like Lamar Jackson, he throws and he also runs. You don't have Mitch Trubisky anymore, so I don't know how you're going to do. So that's what I'm excited to see. And I know, you're Super Bowl favorite, so I want to see how those backups are going to hold up to those expectations. And when you look at the Colts, if I want to bring up QB injuries, they also have Nick Foles on their team besides Matt Ryan. So I just trust the Colts a bit more when it comes down to, Yeah, I'm going to take the Colts, but if it was the regular season, I'm taking the Bills 100%. Next, we have the Seahawks and the Steelers. This is another interesting game. These are two teams with new quarterbacks. Excited to see how both of them play. Well, potentially. I don't know how Drew Lock's even going to play. I don't even know if he's going to play. You probably will since it's preseason, but Geno Smith right now is at the QB1 is a bit of a interesting choice, but I mean, if that's who they feel confident in. And then the Steelers, they have Mitch Trubisky, who we were just talking about. This game's at 7 p.m., by the way. They also have Mason Rudolph and Kenny Pickett, so the Steelers probably have the best quarterback trio, but I shouldn't say that. They probably have the best depth because they don't really have a true starter, in my opinion. I'm going to take the Steelers, though. I feel like their defense is going to show up and shut down the Seahawks offense. Next, we have the Dolphins and Buccaneers. I'm going to take the Buccaneers mainly because they have Tom Brady. Even though Tom Brady doesn't play, Tom Brady could, he just knows his offense too well. He could be coaching the backups, be like, okay, this is what they're going to do and all that. This is at 7:30, by the way. Next, at 8 p.m., we have the Saints and the Texans. I'm going to actually take the upset here, and I'm going to take the Texans. People may not notice I'm a huge Jameis believer, but I doubt he gets much playing time, if any at all, in the preseason. Also, Ian Book. I don't think he's a great quarterback either. And the Texans are more than likely going to play Davis Mills a decent bit, so I feel like they have the better quarterback coming into this. Next, we have the Cowboys and the Broncos. I'm going to take the Cowboys because the Cowboys, I feel like, had an excellent draft, and those draft guys are probably going to play a decent bit, so I feel like, we're going to see more of the draft guys out there and the unproven guys, and I feel like the Cowboys have really one of the best rosters in the leagues, including backups, but they just never can really piece it together for playoffs. That was at 9 o'clock. We have 10 o'clock now. We have the Rams and Chargers Battle of LA, Super Bowl champions versus a team that barely missed the playoffs. Battle of SoFi as well. I think the Chargers are going to win. I think the Rams, they're not really worried about preseason. They're worried about the regular season. They're not going to do too much. I feel like they technically already have their 53. They're probably just trying to, even the backups are probably trying to keep everyone they did from last year. And now we just did a final game. Sunday, 4:25 p.m., we have the Vikings and the Raiders. I think the Vikings are going to win this game, mainly because of Kellen Mond. I am a huge believer in Kellen Mond. I think he's going to absolutely perform. Lights out. He's going to have a great game. I'm really rooting for him. And that's going to do it. To sum up my picks, I have the Patriots, Ravens, Lions, Browns, Jets, Bengals, 49ers, Panthers, Chiefs, Colts, Steelers, Buccaneers, Texans, Cowboys, Chargers, and Vikings winning. And the Giants, Titans, Falcons, Jaguars, Eagles, Cardinals, Packers, Commanders, Bears, Bills, Seahawks, Dolphins, Saints, Broncos, Rams, and Raiders losing. And in case you're curious, I will do a preseason record count, for how many I got right and wrong, but it's not going to count towards my regular season thing as either. So like this kind of just the practice to get me into the rhythm of the regular season. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my picks, and feel free to say why. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.